Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tennyson E Stead. I've got Gerard Marzilli here on the Icarus set for another 8-sided blog.
Another one.
Anything you want to talk about this week, Mr. Marzilli?
What do I want to talk about? I would say that this week, in honor of space, I think everyone should go and check out the Buzz Aldrin Donald Trump space video. It's pretty neat. It speaks for itself. Go watch it. It's pretty great.
Yeah, a new White House liaison is being appointed by President Donald Trump.
He's gonna liaise
for NASA. Rogue NASA posted a pretty self-explanatory tweet regarding how this whole process works, and my general impression is that
about how liaisons get chosen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this guy sent in his resume and his request for consideration for the position, and NASA posted it. Rogue NASA, I should say. NASA did not post it online. NASA would never do such a thing. No. Rogue NASA posted...
Rogue elements within NASA.
During non-government employed hours, posted his resume and request online in much the same way that you might post an unsolicited dick pic. And I have to say, I approve of the tactic.
Yes. Not of dick pics. But we do approve of...
I think if somebody sends you an unsolicited dick pic, you absolutely should post it online.
Oh, well, yeah. Yes. To show what a D-bag they are. And I guess that's what Rogue NASA was doing.
Yeah. Yep. And
well, I got to see that resume then. Thanks, Rogue NASA.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I still haven't seen the Buzz Aldrin video. I have to admit that, Buzz Aldrin has given of himself for this country in so many different ways, and has not just fostered the advancement of science, but also the cause of government transparency to a tremendous degree. And the idea of him standing there eating Donald Trump's shit makes me physically ill. And I would like to take a moment to let Buzz Aldrin know that there are still Americans out here who deeply appreciate not just his dedication and service, but also the massive amounts of sacrifice it takes to live a life of dedication and service. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Buzz, for all your help. Thank you very much for all the things you've done, not just for us here in this country, but for people around the world.
Thank you, Buzz. Welcome home, soldier.
God damn it! It's a shame to see you treated this way, sir.
Well, I kind of more would like to think of it in the vein of he's like I said to you earlier, an expert meeting a non-expert and reacting publicly with scorn for all the world to see. I don't feel like he's necessarily suffering. He's just kind of saying like, "Hey, everybody. Those things you're feeling are true. I who have gone to space and done these things, I can tell you you're not crazy. It's true."
Well, in that case, it's one more act of service from a great American.
Thanks,
so
Buzz.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Buzz. This week has been a relatively slow week for me, but I have been continuing my work on theater, which we talked about last week. What have you been up to this week, Mr. Marzilli?
I was. I think I mentioned this in the last blog that I was after that shoot was off to go pick some plays help pick some plays for the One Act Festival. We should be knowing that within a matter of days as to what the plays we went in. There were 80 something plays submitted. 27 were chosen to be read, and we will be picking eight of them, 7 or 8 of them in the final. We all submitted basically our ratings of the plays, and so 7 or 8 of them will be picked for the late night festival, which will run for, I guess, several weeks. Late nights at Theater of Note at midnight. I'm gonna go audition for them, whatever gets picked, and we'll see if I get in. Maybe I'll get in, and if you're in the area, you can come see me at a late night. If I don't get in, you won't be able to see me at a late night. And I don't know if you mind me saying this, but Tennyson submitted quite a fun Mandela Effect play that we read and everybody was laughing about. So I don't know if it got picked yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
You know?
see. We'll see.
But it did make it into the round to be read, so that's good out of 80-something plays. So
Well, at the end of the day, it's something I did for the company, and they're welcome to use it or not use it as befits the fundraising event. That's my attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, for my part, the play I'm writing right now is called Anarchist Guide to World Peace. This is something I'm working on, alternating between this and episodes of A Changeling Love Story, which is the last movie in our first quote-unquote season or slate of feature film productions at 8-Sided Films. And it's about a group of hackers and other professionals who get together to fake an alien invasion and force the governments of the world to start working together and then release the story to the news so that everyone catches them in the act and there's no more excuses for not working together. So basically entrap the government into global collaboration.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. And, it's sort of, I don't know, I think it's about the lengths to which a person has to go to actually achieve progress. I think that's so, and at the same time, the fact that people are willing to go to such lengths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about the ridiculousness of the thing that we have.
Yeah.
And also the fact that people are willing to step up and overcome it, I think is kind of what the play is about at the end of the day. I started working on another play too called The Hourglass People, which are about the last 3 people alive and how they kind of fuck with other people and how it catches up with them. They travel through time. They're all powerful because they're so evolved, and they, like all powerful beings, they abuse their power, they get confused, they get sad, they make rash decisions like the gods of yore, and catches up with them. So I think that could be a fun play to work on once this is done. But these are things I'm doing for the local LA community intermittently with screenplays. The screenplay I'm working on right now is the last. It's coming along, and it's definitely for me the hardest to write because it's an honest to goodness romance.
Yeah.
It's about 2 young women who one of whom was not born on this world. She was born in the world of the Fae, and the other woman's a photographer, and she finds some evidence in her photographs that this woman might not be everything she seems, and she launches an investigation into it's the beginning of the investigation is really interesting. I don't want to spoil that for everybody, but she delves deeply into this woman's history and starts to peel back the layers and find that maybe there's something magical, literally magical, happening.
Sounds like you're working on another draft of a Changeling Love Story.
That's what it is. It's called A Changeling Love Story.
Mm-hmm. Which you can see on Twitter.
Yep.
It's one of our that we tweet about.
At Changeling Movie.
At Changeling Movie, which reminds me, I think I need a movie-specific Follow Friday tweet thing. You can see my Follow Fridays on Twitter and now accidentally on Facebook. Because I accidentally put them on Facebook. Because apparently I'm old. I don't understand such things.
So where do people find you on Twitter, Marzilli?
They can find me at G Marzilli.
How do you spell Marzilli?
M-A-R, M as in Mary, A-R, Z like zebra, I-L-L-I.
And I'm Tennyson E Stead, TennysonEstead. This is, if you are just catching up now, this is an 8-sided blog from the set of Declassified, which is an 8-sided films web series about secret government projects undertaken by the Bureau of Applied Defense Development, BADD. So the show is about bad ideas that were undertaken in the 60s and 70s. And our first bad idea is Project Icarus. Project Icarus is the story...
Bad idea.
It is a bad idea. They took a Saturn V, integrated it with some nuclear rocketry that was in development, and launched a man into the orbit of Saturn's moon of Titan. He's by himself for 8 years on a one-way mission, and once he lands... he's going to die. His job is to make the landing and perform whatever experiments he can before that happens, essentially to prove that it's possible. Mm-hmm. And it's a secret because probably this isn't the kind of thing people would get behind, but it is the kind of sexy footage that you can show to defense contractors to hype them up to spend money. So purely political reasons, bad motivations, but that doesn't mean that this one man isn't caught right in the middle trying to figure out how to make it all work. And that's what Wick Pierce is up to, is, okay, now I'm in this space capsule for 8 years. I have whatever problems I have, and this episode we're going to be shooting now gets into some of Wick's past and where he came from, and what his psychological challenges are and what he brings to the Icarus project that might be standing in his way, and what he needs to work through in order to make this happen. And it is an inhuman task. It's the story of a person who needs to step up to an inhuman task and make it work, even though, frankly, it's designed to fail.
And then it's interesting that it's both. This is both a bad idea, as are all of the project BADD the BADD projects are.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a bad idea.
I have a name.
It's cool.
I have a name for the next season. You want to hear it?
What?
Project Paragon.
Nice.
Yep.
And you know what happens when we make more than one season and there's more than one actor involved in this?
What happens, Gerard?
It means I'll be in bad company. In fact, once we're done with 3 seasons, we'll actually have a tiny little bad company.
Yeah, that's true.
Subgroup within 8-Sided Films.
Hopefully at some point we'll get everybody. Everybody will wind up working for the Bureau of Applied Defense Development.
Yeah. They'd like that.
So, this is perhaps not our most focused 8-sided blog, but here it is. If you like these videos, please give us a thumbs up and give us a subscribe over there. Yep, exactly.
We pointed to the wrong one in several videos.
Yeah, we did, but you know what? People know we're still pointing towards the bottom of the screen,
fault.
so that's okay. No, it wasn't Gerard's fault. And if you want to see, Declassified, then you're on the right channel. Just click on 8-Sided Films, and there's a playlist for it right down below. Right,
watch everything from episode 1 to currently, as of today, episode 5 is released probably in about a few hours from now.
Yep, and this will be episode 6. Be episode 6.
We are halfway through our shooting, almost.
Yep, we're almost halfway through the Project Icarus journey, and I would say Wick is aging nicely. I would say we've.
Thank you. I'm aging terribly. Look at me. Jesus. That's the point, though. It's okay.
He's been in space.
I've been in space.
Too long. So that's the story. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Follow us on Twitter at 8-Sided Films. Give us a subscribe and a like if you like what you see. And we will catch up with you next week with the next 8-Sided blog. Have yourself a magnificent afternoon. Bye-bye.